I'm Ralph Schwartz. Welcome to Geoterrics Outdoors Australia. One of the greatest purchases I've made over the last few years, or the last few decades, is this particular inflatable kayak, which is the Sevylor Eskimo 1. I saw it in an outdoor store in Brisbane. The year before it had suffered some damage. This whole store had been closed down because of some flood damage, and this kayak was sitting there looking very lonely and in need of some TLC. And I asked the store manager, who I knew, and I said, "How much do you want for the Sevylor?" He said, "Make me an offer." So I said, "Will you take $100? And he said, "Yeah, I'll take that." And he found the bag, and I walked out. I bought myself a paddle as well and a pump, and there began the relationship with this particular kayak. It's old school. It has some really heavy duty vinyl chambers, air chambers. It also has a heavy rubberized base and a waterproof nylon skirt top, which actually half of it zips out, so you can open it for whatever reason you need to get at. If you needed to do some repairs, put your gear in, and then you can zip the whole thing up. Fantastic feature. It has this great hoop for the center where you sit in, and it has this fantastic spray skirt. So essentially you jump into this, you sit down in your seat, which is modular, you can, and highly configurable. It's got this fantastic webbing, very thick. I'll show detail of this. And you've got a couple of points where you can attach it, and you have a back, which I really struggle with surf skis. And then you sit in your seat and you do up your skirt with a little elasticized pull, and then your skirt then sits down over the front and the sides and all the way around. And in addition to that, it's got Velcro in all the positions, so it'll further hold in place. Fantastic feature, love that. Another feature is on the highest wear area where your paddle could scrape the side of the kayak, you've got further reinforcement of some neoprene, which is essentially wetsuit material. You have a great big zippable hatch in the back. It's not separate. It's continuous. There's no compartments in here, which has a waterproof, splash-proof cover. And this is also where your inflation valves are. So you can have the whole thing set up with the seat and everything, and only open one hatch to inflate the whole thing, which we'll do in a sec. What it also has at the front here is this webbing here. You can put stuff in, and it has a little mesh pocket. Let's see if I can show that. I'll show you a cutaway, which you can put map, string, camera, whatever, and that's an easy reach. And it has these fantastic handles front and rear. So if you were in a party of a couple of people, you could get them to give you a hand. And you have these cargo tie-down points in strategic places. You've also got a paddle cord tie-down separate again. It's fantastic. So it's really good. The only issue I have with the kayak was some of the webbing from the water damage presumably had done some cosmetic damage, and I'll show you a detail of that. And I've been constantly cutting and shaving this off, and this is sort of like black hair that keeps coming off, but apart from that there's no issue. So it's a 1 person or 450 pounds. I'll put the how many kilos that is, and there's various stuff on information on the top here, how many people, what sort of weight and various things like that, and some warnings. So without any further ado, I'll start pumping this up. Alright, so gone through a bit of rigmarole trying to remember, old timers, how to do the various bits and pieces. There's also a bar that goes in on the floor there. I'll show you that as well in a cutaway, which allows for some more comfortable rowing position. But with the seat back at a decent angle, I like it fairly upright, with the spray skirt. It's a tidy, very tidy little unit, and I am really looking forward to showing you this on the water. What I've managed to do is I've overfilled it slightly, because as soon as it gets in the water it's going to go down a couple of degrees and the pressure is going to decrease. So one of the things, really careful, made sure that it was holding air quite well on all 4 bladders, so happy about that. So yeah, ready to go for a paddle. I'll go for a paddle. So, just been for a bit of a paddle. It's wide and it gets caught with the wind, but hey, so do other kayaks that I've got. So this is nothing unusual. This represents, for my $100, the best value I've gotten in decades. I'm not complaining about it. Some people give Sevylor a bad name, but if I were to judge Sevylor just from this, they've still got a good name as far as I'm concerned. I'm really happy with this, and I'll leave you and I'll keep paddling. If you've enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends, give us a thumbs up, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.